Well, Keir, hard enough 2-1 win today. What do you think of it yourself?
I thought we started well. We had a couple of chances early. Could have been 1-0, 2-0 up maybe, and we didn't take our chances. And then 38, 39 minutes, we caught a wonder strike, 30, 35 yards. Puts us 1-0 down at half time, but we came out second half, played some great football, got ourselves back into the game, and then thankfully went on to get the winner and seen the game out quite comfortably, but in the 2-1. But it was compared to their defeat last week, and we were beat 9-0, we were beat 3-2, so one team had to come up with the victory of the day. Thankfully it was us.
What did you say to the boys at half time?
We just told them a wee bit more composure in the final third. I thought we got there, we arrived in the box a lot of times, but we forced it. We were shooting when we shouldn't have been shooting, and then we were passing when we shouldn't have been. So there's a happy medium. You have to, take the shot when it's on, and you don't try and force the shot when it's not on. So I think when we did that, I think when Philly was one of the boys that did pull at half time about it. He arrived after 6 minutes. He takes a touch. We're in 2v1. The goalkeeper, it's the goal. And then he pops up in the second half with two great finishes, a header, and then pulls one from the edge of the box. So, it was composure that got him there, in the second half. Composure in the first half, I feel that we could have won the game a lot handier. That's not taking away how well Dundonald played, because they pressed us right from the first minute to the 93rd minute, which credit to them, but thankfully we get the win, as I said,
I suppose you were kind of expecting a bit of a backlash from Dundonald after last week, they're 9-0, and then yourselves being 2-0 up against St Luke's and losing that 3-2. So what was the game plan any different today than from last week?
The game plan was different. There was obviously a couple of changes from last week, some forced, some unforced. But the thing was, it was a banana skin where they had been beat 9 last week, we'd been beat 3-2. So everybody's thinking, it's 3 points. And the thing is, I have to make sure my squad doesn't think that in the change room. They have to know that they have to work extremely hard, be patient in the build-up, work on the game plan to get the 3 points. And, I think we showed great character today in terms of we did work extremely hard. We didn't take that game for granted, because I had looked at their previous results before last week, and Dundonald weren't getting beat like that. So it was a one-off, and every team, over the years I've suffered, okay, not a 9-0, but I have suffered heavy defeats, maybe people away, maybe some injured, and sometimes you don't have the squad, and that's the local game for you, and you have to just go up and get on with it.
And lastly, I'll just say 4 or 5 weeks in charge now. How's things looking to yourself than what they were when you started? And I know you've a few new faces through the door, but it's like a work in progress to yourself, and how you find it?
Oh, it's tough there. You're coming in there 9 games in. You have to change up on how they're playing and what they're trying to do, and we bring a few new faces in, as you said, but there's a squad of boys there. The talent in the youth that's coming through there is fantastic, so we'll never say never this year, where we can go, but it's something we'll build on. But we'll be knocking at the door right until the end, and four games in the league, 1 cup game, but I'd rather 4 out of 4, 2-0 up. I think we should have seen the game out better last week. Man management, game management was poor, so we can improve in that as we go along. But there will be downs, but there'll be more ups and downs, I can guarantee that.
Good job, all the best, buddy. Thank you. Thanks, mate.
What's that?
That's it, son.